They came from Tanzania, Cameroon, DRC, Morocco or Eritrea to defend the cause of their countries and the African continent. I want to meet these young people from Africa who traveled to Sharm el-Sheikh to express their thoughts about the climate emergency and their hopes for change. Unsurprisingly, the greatest wish of these young people committed to the environment is that the promises made over the previous COPs will finally be followed by concrete actions. Let's listen to them. World leaders, climate scientists, policymakers or NGOs weren't the only ones who gathered in Sharm el-Sheikh, Egypt for the latest UN Climate Summit, COP27. Children and the youth flocked to the conference venue, all eager to participate in the discussions about the urgent need to decarbonize high-emitting industries, adaptation strategies for climate-resilient agriculture, loss and damage compensation, but also transparency to build mutual trust and accountability. The first ever Children and Youth Pavilion reflected this exceptional strong presence.
So we are glad that we finally have a youth pavilion which is trying to mobilize and bring together young people to ensure that they can be able to share their ideas, exchange knowledge and enhance their capacity to effectively influence policies and action during this COP.
Led by the youth for the youth, the Children and Youth Pavilion has been set up to amplify the voices of young people and drive action on global climate policies vital to securing their future. The program of events has been co-created by a team of young people, supported by some of the world's leading youth networks and NGOs. The aim is to bring together young activists like Bonaventure Bondo Kikangala, who came all the way from the Democratic Republic of Congo.
I am a climate activist and I am the national coordinator of an association called Youth Movement for the Protection of the Environment, an association in Congo which fights against climate change through the sensitization of the population, especially the youth.
Other young climate activists like Christelle Leslie Sil-Sikana, a Cameroonian based in Brussels, or Rukia Abdi from Kenya, as well as Frederick Binamungu Simon from neighboring Tanzania, came all the way to Sharm el-Sheikh to be part of the discussions.
I'm here at COP because I know what it feels like to be affected by climate change. My community are suffering back at home, and I'm here to be at the table where decisions are made to represent the voices of youth in the global south and those coming from the marginalized communities who are affected by climate change.
I'm here to represent the Yongo, so the youth constituency for UNFCCC, but also my organization, which is a civil society organization based in Brussels, which is called 1.2 Diaries, which is an organization who's advocating for the global south voices. But I'm also representing my own country, which is Cameroon.
I'm here to discover, I'm here to make new connection, I'm here to find myself on climatic actions. And now I think we don't need more talks, we need action. So I'm here to force out people to come up with tentative actions, no more policies, no more rise.
Many were disappointed by the lack of implementations from the previous COPs. And it was not just the case of the youth. Development institutions working on sustainable projects and initiatives with the youth also shared their regrets.
Well, actually, it's obvious that it's a disappointment. Based on the Paris Agreement, the COP, the previous COP in Glasgow, it's obvious that we have failed somewhere. We need to do things concretely, and the question of how do we deal with our planet, do we consider it as our own property, or do we consider it that it has just been lent to us and we have to send it to give it back as a legacy to the next generation? It's based on that the West African Development Bank, BOAD, is currently processing and working.
While the aim of these climate activists is to meet other young people around the world who are passionate about taking action for climate justice, these young people came prepared to exchange knowledge, share solutions and demand action from world leaders.
I'm expecting that promises should be kept about climate finance, because there's a $100 billion out there that didn't go to the African communities. I'm expecting carbon emissions to be reduced. And finally, I'm expecting that we go on from ambition to action.
While the youth demand actions, not just words, the BOAD, the West African Development Bank, has recently mobilized funds worth 750 million euros through a fundraising operation complying with climate and sustainable projects for the youth.
Our aim is to create future so that our young generation, the youth, can project themselves in the future. That's the one thing. The other thing, the way we process, the way we work is very simple. We work directly because, as you know, we have been accredited to 3 climate funds. So we work with them so that we can have cheap funding, the lowest possible, with projects compliance with the climate, with the sustainability.
Among other themes, the energy transition in Africa was also on everyone's lips.
Move from rhetoric to concrete actions and put an end to polluting energies. The energies that are today causing us harm. Shift from fossil energies and turn to the promotion of 100% renewable energies accessible to all to create jobs for all and make energy cheaper.
While projects around the energy transition, climate or sustainability are rising in Africa, climate anxiety has become a real syndrome for the youth. A recent global survey by polling company Kantar has shown that immediate government inaction on climate issues is inextricably linked to eco-anxiety in people under the age of 25.